Good morning and happy Monday. This is the third week in a row that I'm recording these daily 2-minute videos with actionable marketing tips to help people through the time of crisis. And I gotta say that as I do this, I am like, wow, it's continuing to go on, and it is potentially going to go on for the next few weeks. So I think this is a sobering realization for everyone. The fact that we're going to need to learn how to function in this state of like new reality or new normal or whatever you want to call it. So with that in mind, I wanted to seg straight into the topic at hand for today, which is the idea of building marketing infrastructure. So to go back to the example at hand, this series of videos, when I decided that I wanted to do something by the way of creating content that's specific for crisis comms and how to continue to market during this time, we talked through a number of ideas and we settled on this, firstly obviously because it's easiest for the person who's most comfortable with video in a time when we're separate to take that on and just do it. So I started to do that. But beyond that, when we were like, what are we going to use for the visuals of this and how are we going to bring it to life? We decided to use the 4 a.m. report, which is our podcast. We run a podcast in which we ask multiple people what keeps you up at night on the marketing front, but you know, what keeps you up at night? And that seems like a pretty prophetic question at this point. And so we've changed over the 4 a.m. report podcast entirely to crisis management episodes with various guests who can help navigate during this time. So we took that forward into the video series as well, and used a lot of the infrastructure and the equity that we've built in the 4 a.m. report. So to give you an example, I know we've talked through this in the past, but to give you an example, the 4 a.m. report, because of its sleep theme, that's what we use in a lot of our visuals. We use that in a lot of our client experience, in terms of even the gifts that we sent out to clients was like a sleep kit. So there's multiple ways in which we really lean into that piece of infrastructure, and now we're pretty well known for that. Even though we started our podcast really late because we thought an idea of a podcast wasn't a great one, we found a good hook, a good story, and that's worked for us. And that is what we are investing in at this time. And we're really putting all of our marketing budget behind that, the idea of the 4 a.m. report, and extending it into, for example, these videos. So what am I saying to you? Think about where you can build marketing infrastructure at this time. We all have materials. We just have to reframe them where applicable and put it back out there, and then keep doing the same thing. So if you're an ebook person, keep doing ebooks. If you're a person who's got a podcast, put the energy of your marketing behind that podcast and take it to the next level. If you're making a YouTube video series, then put all of your efforts there. Pick one and focus on it, and that will help your marketing.